Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold.
Yes, Lord. And we back. Yo, it's Classic with the classic codes. I hope y'all hear me well. I hope y'all see me well. We got another reaction today. Before I get started, y'all know what I need y'all to do. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and as we go along, please drop your comments so we can have a conversation because we got to crack these codes, man. Oh, new shit. Go get some merch from me. If y'all want to support the channel, my Cash App always scrolling across the bottom, but if y'all want to go get some merch from me, go to www.theclassiccodes.com. I'll put the website across here, and it'll also be on the outro of this video. Man, grab a merch. Fair exchange ain't no robbery, right? But let's get into a reaction. We going over to Anton Daniels. Y'all know I'm not big on wasting no time. Man, AD got a video labeled Purely Evil. I ain't watched none of this yet, so we just gonna tap in and go straight authentic. Let's go.
Okay, so this is something that I honestly been pondering on actually for a few years now. I remember what the Bible said about women and you know, like the evil spirit, what the Bible says about the Jezebel spirit and, you know, things I see that women do, things I know and heard that women do. The paternity issue, how these women lay next to a man for years, looking a kid in the eyes for years, knowing there's no relation. How good men get stoned out.
Hold on. Let's stop there. I promise you, I'm gonna rewind it. I'm gonna play it in its entirety, and then we're gonna go ahead and comment after that. But one thing that she said is absolutely diabolical, and it's a lot of women. We don't like to have this conversation. It's almost taboo, especially in certain communities, but there are a lot. And when I say a lot, there are a lot of y'all that don't even know who your real father is. And you grew up and you still probably believe that the man that raised you is your real father. And he don't even know that he's not your real father. There are a ton of mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, and so on and so forth who have children by men that they then told the man that they was with that they are with. That is completely diabolical. And
Anton ain't got a whole lot of years on me. Just so y'all know, he ain't got a whole lot of years on me, but let me tell you something. That just broke my heart. The reason it broke my heart because it's true. That shit just broke my heart. Man, that's sad, bro. That shit's sick. I see why he labeled this video what it is. Let's roll.
And to speak to her point, are women evil? Are women purely evil? That's a hard case. If so many good women, and trust me, it's a lot of women that went to the grave with it, you'll never know. You'll never even know. Some of y'all believe that your father is one thing and you are a completely different kid. And it's a lot of guys that knew, had an inkling of it, and then loved her anyway. And I believe that men love much harder, much more fervently than women. It's a lot of people that have children, and for a woman to sleep with multiple different men and then get pregnant and then live with that for the rest of their life, you have to have something in you to hold that in. You know how stuff eat at you and it bothers you, and eventually you got to come forward with it and you have to clean up yourself, ask for forgiveness. Man, think about how many people and how many lineages is not even really the lineage of the person.
Hold on, let me add on before he get too far off what he said. He said you have to have something in you to be able to live with that. I would say it's nature. I would say that's why good women are so special. And I think that's why they've also shown, now that we are able to hear so many voices due to platforms such as this one, we're able to hear so many different voices and so many pure perspectives and so many other people's realities on level platforms across the country and even across the world. I think that this spirit is something that goes all the way back to biblical times. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's in the nature. I think just like men have to fight against their nature to operate inside of monogamy, oftentimes, they have to operate outside of their nature. Yeah, to operate inside of monogamy, oftentimes, I think women in some cases are somewhat naturally evil. See, if you want to play the biblical card, right, and go back to Genesis, and when you see that Eve ate of the fruit before Adam and then she gave him the fruit, it didn't just say she ate of the fruit. It said that Eve examined the fruit, saw that it was good. She didn't make an impulse decision. She looked it over and made a bad choice. So when he starts speaking on having something in you, I'd argue it's nature. And that's why a good woman's so special and so rare.
That they think that they are, and your DNA and your IQ and everything around it, and you were completely different than the person that she supposedly had a child with or married, that is a truly diabolical act, and very few people, let me not even say very few people, I'm not even sure that I know any men in real life that would be capable of dying with that lie. I mean, going down with the lie and dying with the lie in the workplace environment is one thing. When it comes to doing crime, that's another thing. But when you're talking about having a child and then having a man think that a child is his, there's a lot of women that will finesse the child support and family court laws in order to get the thing that's best, putting men on the birth certificate knowing it's not his. I've seen cases and court cases of women that knew that the child wasn't his and was still going for child support and making his man pay for a child that's not his, refused to take accountability for it. And of course, I'm not saying that all women did it. Obviously, that goes without saying. But the fact of the matter is there is a large demographic of women that lean into this, and it is absolutely positively diabolical. You got to be a different type of person to punish a kid, for example, because you don't necessarily care about, or you bitter about the fact that you're no longer with the child's father, or keep a man from his kid and stuff. And these are some of the biggest examples as to why men want to update and redo family court laws that was established at a time that women didn't have as many options, and then men got taken to school and they got threw in jail because of certain things. And I seen a guy go to jail for back child support for a child that was paternity proven that it wasn't his kid. Like, you
That's
have to be a
that's nasty work. I done seen some. Man, listen to me, dog. I done seen some nasty. I done seen a dude. Not even the. I done seen a dude deal with a woman that he know he smashed raw, and she got pregnant. So he instantly just presumed the baby to be his, took himself to court and put himself on child support in order to get visitation rights without a paternity test. He talking about the baby look just like him. I said all the niggas she fucked with look alike. So the baby look just like all y'all. But it just show you how wicked it get out here. It just get wicked. And the only reason the man ain't go the route of getting the paternity test is because Shorty was making it so difficult for him. Just the whole process of everything. She was making it hard for him. So he wanted to skip that step. Let's just go straight to court. I'm gonna just sign the papers and assume fatherhood, or assume custody or whatever, and then we just gonna go like that. I advised against it. I was trying to be a good homie, but I'm just telling you, it get wicked out here. Like these women will play wicked games, and I'm gonna say it again. It ain't that I don't think good women exist. I want to keep emphasizing that I believe they just rare, and that's why they special. That's why a man that found a wife found of a good thing. All women ain't wives no more. That day, that age, that time where a woman was bred to be a lady, and it was normal to be taught. And as a child, as a little girl, that you gonna be a wife one day, them days over. So you ain't gonna catch me operating outside of reality, fam. This shit get wicked out here. Go ahead, Anton.
diabolical person.
Hey.
To lean into that. I want to rewind it and I want to get it from the beginning. I'm gonna get her whole sentiment, and then we're gonna come back and give our thoughts.
Okay, so this is something that I honestly been pondering on actually for a few years now.
And I always like to give credit to the content creators, so that link is going to be down in the description. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Let's get to it.
I remember what the Bible said about women and like the evil spirit, what the Bible says about the Jezebel spirit, and things I see that women do, things I
She's so confused.
know and
She
heard
looking
that
like,
women
man,
do. The paternity issue, how these women lay next to a man for years looking a kid in the eyes for years, knowing there's no relation, how good men get stoned out, how kids are just used for a check. I've come to the conclusion that I think women are just pure evil. Like, I really think women are just pure evil. Women are naturally evil beings, I believe. And only a woman who's honest about our natural nature of being deceptive can change it. Like, for example, I know that naturally there's a selfish, gimme, 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 I want that type of way about me. So, about people, period, but especially women.
I gotta stop it, G. I was trying not to toot my own horn. I was trying to give off body language. I gotta stop it. Did I not just call it nature? I told y'all I ain't watched this. This is straight up authentic reaction right here. And yes, I am a channel that do reactions to reactions. I like to join conversations. That's what we do at the Classic Codes. I do traditional reactions too. I do authentic content. That's what we doing. We having fun with it. I like Anton Daniels. I like a lot of channels, and then I react off their rhetoric, and I just join the panel. What's up? You know what I mean? So, but that's not what this is about. Didn't I just call it nature? And this woman couldn't find no better word than nature. See, some of the instincts that we have, as far as like, again, most men don't desire monogamy, right? But it's in our nature. Women can't stand the fact that it's in our nature, but we're just willing to be honest about the fact that it's in our nature. And the men that want to settle down with one wife, they will tame their natural instincts in order to operate within discipline to hold on to their covenant if they want to have true integrity. That's what they doing. But naturally, he want more than one of y'all. That's just the truth. So we willing to operate in reality. But women, on the other hand, have been allowed to become so delusional that reality is now frowned upon. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's crazy. It's in their nature, fam. They are naturally evil. They have to tame that beast to be a good woman. And that's why when you find a woman that's interested in being a wife these days, that's truly interested in the role of a wife, the womanly role of a wife, not that's looking for somebody to tell them what to do most of the time because they tired of making decisions. That's rare. And that's why it's special. And that's why good women that get it, they don't stay on the market too long. They don't. Somebody gonna swoop down like a hawk, you know what I'm saying? Say something fly in their ear and they gonna take that off the market. Now, whether they mishandle it or whatever the case may be, that's going to come down to the woman's discernment and who she accepts. You feel me? But don't get it twisted. It's wicked. And she talking about the paternity issue. I could dive into a whole other slew of issues. The amount of finessing, the amount of dates that women accept from men that they truly not interested in at all. That's diabolical. That's evil. It's just low level. But it's evil. It's levels to evil. That's just low level evil. Taking dates from dudes you're not interested in, finessing dudes that you know is simps, finessing them out of their bread and their resources, and you never even get that man none of that twat, and then go on the internet and y'all brag about how you got this and that out of a man before, and he ain't even hit, and you ain't have to give him none and all. That ain't cool. You wicked, shorty. Sorcery. You understand me? I'm gonna let them cook. Let's roll.
So if you can't be honest and say that that's in there, then you can't deal with it and address it. And
she cooking. She even using herself as an example and saying, listen, I know this about myself, and so in order for me to address it, I got to acknowledge it. She cooking.
So I've noticed that the women who say they're the dopest, they're the this, they're the that, are usually the worst, because you have to acknowledge the beast in you in order to tame it. And so I really just think most women are naturally evil. Period. I just think they're evil. And not even just how they deal with men and kids makes them evil, but how they deal with each other. Women are so jealous, deceptive, conniving. Like, you can just feel the evil when you are in the presence of certain women. You can walk in a room and you just feel the daggers. You just feel that demonic spirit.
This woman is having the ultimate moment of clarity. She is about to grow in ways that you Jezebels will never experience. The amount of accountability, the amount of looking inward that she's doing, the amount of holding up the mirror that she's doing, the amount of admitting that she is a part of the y'all when we say y'all. She is a part of the we when we say women. She is that the amount of grounding she's doing, the modesty she's exhibiting. This is how you grow. This is how you grow. She's growing right before our very eyes. This shit is impressive. You know how much better she look right now? She was already a good looking lady. She fine as hell right now. The way she talking. You hear me?
Women are evil. I don't care what nobody say. Women are untrustworthy, deceitful, demonic beings.
What, y'all gonna get mad at one of y'all own for acknowledging exactly what she know to be true? Are y'all gonna get mad at this woman? And I always like to put the link to the description of the person that is cooking up, regardless of whether I agree with him or not. I put the link in the description, so that's gonna be down there, as well as probably pinned to the top of the chat. So y'all gonna get mad at her too? And she said it. She said, listen, in order for you to really be able to tame it, you gotta understand it. In order for you to understand it, you gotta acknowledge it. And most women are just delusional. They'll monkey branch. Man, I've seen some women do some crazy stuff, bro. Real talk. I mean, a guy that she done loved allegedly and rocked with and was rolling with and monkey branched into and got with him. And then the minute that he passed away, she was already over into the next dude and using his life insurance money to make sure that the next dude was taken care of. I mean, it's crazy. And when you think about it, it's very difficult and it's hard for men to then be able to trust, but you'll then come online and say, well, men are supposed to do this, or I can't believe he ain't doing this, or if he ain't doing this and if he ain't doing that. And of course, it's a selfish mentality and it's always a what have you done for me lately situation. However, women then say that and then at the same time will absolutely destroy his life. Absolutely destroy his life. And I'm sure we all got stories. I'd like to hear some of y'all stories inside of the chat. Let me know some of the things that you've witnessed in real life from people you know or people that you don't know, third party, whatever. Tell me some of the things that you've seen. I've seen women set dudes up. I mean, set them up to get murked and don't even think twice about it. Be walking around back at their job, doing whatever it is that they doing like they never even seen them getting murked. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon link is in the description. And then make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you've been here more.
He finna say some real shit. If you've been here more than once, go ahead and subscribe, man. Straight up, though. He ain't lying. But listen, man, let me lock in and just say, I saw No Lies Told. I think from all three different points, we all kind of said similar things in different ways. We all shared our own experiences, from getting a pure woman's experience to Anton sharing with us some things he done seen from women, from me sharing with y'all some stuff I done seen women just put me in through. And I mean, it just is what it is out here. And I think, again, my channel has a lot to do with cracking the codes. And a big part of cracking codes is embracing the reality. And then, because if we want a different reality, we got to accept what it is first, so we can turn it into what we want it to become. But if we fight against what it is, then we're not even actually going to be able to come up with real solutions, because we're not addressing that there's actually a problem, right? So with all that being said, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. And if you don't do nothing, you know I need you to stick to the codes. Classic shit.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart and now hardened the flow.